Came over this morning to finish up my tiller tamer line cleats install, but let's go take a look out at the intracoastal and see what's going on over there. Looks like they're getting ready for a sailboat race over there. They have their little pylons on the dock. There's some sails up there. There's a kayaker coming, and this is really low tide. Usually the water is like right up to there in it's high tide. There's already some boats out though. A couple cruising along, and what is today? October 31st. And we had a cool morning. It was like in the 60s. It's supposed to be 80 today still though. It's still a beautiful day. Not Enough has a new neighbor, a little speedboat, 182 LS. I wonder if that has an LS. No, because it's not a big enough engine compartment there. The tiller tamer instructions say to mount these lines at a 90-degree angle. So as the lines go back to the stern of the boat, between the two lines creates a 90-degree angle. Look at that osprey eating a fish. See those little pinfish there in the water? There's just so much to see here if you pay attention and take the time to look around a little bit. And the dolphin and manatee are in here quite often. While I'm in here working, I'll see them. And so with the tiller tamer, these are just my dock lines, by the way, going through here. But tiller tamer on top of the tiller, and I put these, I forget what you call these, but they're easy to release. You just pull this up and it'll come right out. You want to be able to do that in case this gets jammed. You don't want to be stuck not being able to steer. So then you can loosen this and move it, and if you want to have a little bit of drag so it doesn't wiggle and shake as much or whatever through waves, you can have a little bit of drag, or you can just tie it off. And then say you're motoring, you don't really have to constantly steer. You can just steer once every 30 seconds or so. Or if you're sailing, same thing. You can run up and do something up front real quick, or grab something from inside without the boat steering. So that's kind of good. And also, if you're anchored, it keeps the tiller from clunking around against the edges there. That's it. That's the tiller tamer. Pretty easy. This idea here they have where it has like a fair lead on the clam cleat, which I used, but I didn't use the fair lead or mount it like that. I like that idea. I just can't, get to the point where you feel like you're overthinking everything, and I want to just keep it simple and get things done and move on. I'm kind of tired of dealing with the solar panel always up on the roof of the sliding tops, so I'm gonna throw it on a rail, the back rail, with these things I got off Amazon. They're on Catalina Direct too, but yeah. Here I'm removing the old pop-top seal because it's just sort of falling apart, falling off. This is the new seal. It's a heck of a lot thicker. I don't know if that's because it's just newer and not 40 years old or what, but anyways, 38 bucks from Catalina Direct. Self-adhesive. You know, the reason I'm doing this is because when I sprayed my boat with the hose the other day, and water shot through here. So I know when I take waves over the bow, I'm gonna get water in the boat if I don't replace this. So this is the old stuff that came off, and this is the new stuff. God, it's way thicker. It's really thick. Sticks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and just put the pop top down now, so it just presses on and keeps it pressed while it dries if it needs to at all. Have any of you who watch this, has anyone who watches this channel, do you have one of these boats and have you used this new thicker seal? It said it was thicker, but it's so thick that it really makes the pop top sit up really high, and so in the front there's a gap. Now they gave me enough extra where I could put a second layer right here. Why do I have to do that though? Shouldn't it be sitting flush? So I gotta figure that out. I mean, it just sits so high that the gap here, maybe it'll mush down over time as it sits. And so far, I'd rather have it be thinner. Like, that can't be right. I was all excited about this project being the easiest thing I ever did on the sailboat, being that I have a nice new seal on here now, but, you know, I mean, I don't know, what's with the gap? It's like, one up here, you know? So this is the Hurricane. You know, it's kind of between bands right now, so it doesn't look that bad, does it? It's like a big trawler over there in the water that, I wonder if it dragged there. I never saw that before. Otherwise, yeah, we're kind of between the bands, and it's, you know, not really high winds this time anyways, so it's kind of dull. It's windy, but everything looks good. Look, so right now on sail flow, which if you don't use this, sail flow is awesome. We're getting wind speeds of 30 with gusts almost to 50. But look at later. Look at this. We're gonna have gusts at 50, it's 60 mile an hour gusts later. That's high. I don't usually ever see that. 62 mile an hour gusts was sustained of in the 30s. You know, that says it's a 75 mile an hour hurricane, but what it's really gonna look like on the ground, 60 mile an hour gusts. Wow. Stay tuned for my next episode, where I'm going shopping for a new boat.